I've tested and reviewed well over 300 foundations on my channel at this point, and today I'm sharing about 10 top tier foundations of different types with various coverage levels and finishes. I have options for all skin types and all work beautifully for mature skin. Each brings something different to the table. I know many of us upgrade or try new foundations during the Sephora sale, so I wanted to put this video out during that time. All of these are available at Sephora, but it doesn't matter when you're watching this video. All of these are phenomenal foundation picks in their respective category. I will have everything I'm sharing and wearing in today's video linked for you through YouTube Shopping and in my description box down below. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm excited about these picks that I put together for you, so let's get into it. If you're looking for the best long-wearing foundation, this is my current and forever top pick. If you're a subscriber of mine, you knew Estee Lauder Double was going to be in this video. It's always in my favorite foundations videos. It's oil-free, has no alcohol, no added fragrance, and if you apply it correctly, it looks natural and beautiful, and it feels lightweight and comfortable, no matter if you're wearing it medium or full coverage, because it is buildable from medium to full coverage, and it's insanely bulletproof. Your makeup will stay perfect even through the most extreme conditions, sweat, heat, humidity, you name it, from morning through the wee hours of the night. I live in New Orleans. It's insanely hot and humid here most of the year. This applies, blends out, and wears beautifully on all areas of my face, the normal dry areas around the perimeter, and my shine prone areas in the center of my face. I do recommend applying it in a very specific way in thin layers in sections and blending them into each other because it is so bulletproof. It sets pretty quickly. I have an entire video on that. I'll have it linked up in the corner. I'll also have it linked down in my description box for you if you want to check that out. This is not a heavy matte foundation. It has a beautiful natural finish to it. It also mixes well with other products, moisturizers, facial oils, other foundations if you want to increase their longevity. It's a beautiful, maintenance-free, bulletproof, natural-looking foundation that any skin type can enjoy. For reference, I am currently in shade 2 in 2 Buff. If you think you're my foundation or concealer match twin, I keep running lists of all of my foundation and concealer shades over on my blog, and that link is in most of my description boxes for you so that you can reference that at any time. As someone who has struggled quite a bit throughout the years with stick foundations, either applying poorly, sticking to texture or dryness I didn't even know I had, or wearing poorly, breaking down horribly and patchy, or making me a complete grease ball by the end of the day, or even a few hours in, finding a stick foundation that I love and reach for on a regular basis is pretty phenomenal. So this is Dior Forever Skin Perfect, or is it Perfect? I feel like everybody says it a little bit differently. Now I am going to briefly mention another stick foundation too, so hang on just a minute. Let me talk about why I love this one specifically. My favorite way to apply this is swiping it directly onto my skin and blending it out with my fingers. It glides on like butter. It applies so quick and easy and melts into my skin seamlessly. It's buildable from light to just under medium full coverage with a really flattering, smoothing, natural soft matte finish, and it does have that soft, sweet Dior scent that I notice right as I start to apply it, but it dissipates. I don't notice it after it's applied and my makeup's on my skin. It looks beautiful on all areas of my skin, and it wears phenomenally well all day long, even through extreme heat and humidity. It almost seems to look better and better as the day goes on and my natural oils start to mesh with the foundation. I wear shade 2 in Neutral. Now, because this applies and wears well on all areas of my face and it's never kicked up any texture or dryness for me, I want to say this can work well for all skin types. I think it works especially well for normal to oily skin. But if you have very dry skin and you tried this and it didn't work for you, I want to briefly mention LYS Stick Foundation. I tried these around the same time and I felt like they were very comparable with the way they flattered, smoothed, evened out my skin tone, and wore throughout the day. I was really impressed with this one too. This one just went a little bit more radiant. It didn't control my shine as much. So if you have normal to dry skin, I think this might be a slightly better option for you. I'm in shade MN1. I love a good skin-like foundation that can cover but still look like your skin and kind of fool people. My top pick that's available from Sephora is Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection. It's pictured on screen because I've gone through an entire bottle and I have a new bottle on its way to me. This applies so quickly and easily, making it great for an everyday foundation. It also has a serum complex in it that has moisturizing properties and has some really nice anti-aging, anti-wrinkle benefits too. It has medium buildable coverage and evens out your skin tone nicely, giving a flattering, blurred, kind of soft focus of finish that looks like healthy skin. It's flattering on texture and pores. It's just a really pretty foundation. Now, immediately after application, it has a beautiful satin matte finish. After I've set my face with powder and finished my makeup, it turns into a soft matte finish. It looks like my skin and it feels incredibly lightweight. I can get some shine breakthrough in my shine prone areas if I wear it without a primer, but it never looks greasy or oily, and it doesn't affect the coverage or wear. It doesn't break down on me. It looks great all day, even on long days. I think this is a really beautiful skin light foundation for all skin types. I almost forgot to tell you my shade. I wear shade 9. I'm giving best all-around foundation to Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech. This is such a versatile foundation. It's great for all skin types, for any occasion. A little goes a long way. It's buildable from medium to full coverage. I like to start with a very thin layer and build it only where I need it. This is also a very skin-like foundation that looks extremely natural and feels incredibly lightweight. So there is a bit of overlap category to category because these are all excellent foundations. It's extremely smoothing on pores and texture, and as my oils mesh with it throughout the day, it starts to give me, anyway, a soft, naturally radiant finish. I can get some moderate shine during the day in my shine-prone areas, but it never gets greasy or oily looking, and it never breaks down. It wears beautifully all day. And there are fantastic skincare ingredients in here too for all skin types, but especially mature, sensitive skin that help heal, calm, soothe your skin, protect it from stress, and reduce redness and irritation. It's just a great all-around foundation I think anyone can enjoy. And I almost forgot to tell you my shade in this one too. I wear 160 Light Neutral. Now you could choose any foundation in this video to wear on a daily basis to the office, running errands, wherever you're going, but for the official title of Everyday Foundation, I gave it to Makeup Forever HD Skin. This applies very quickly and easily and does a great job of smoothing and blurring pores and imperfections and evening out your skin tone, and it's buildable from medium to medium full coverage while looking natural and pretty skin-like. The finish of this is not too radiant. It's not too matte. It just sits somewhere in between. It's a nice natural skin finish. It feels hydrating, lightweight, and comfortable. It is really nice for any occasion and it wears well throughout the day. So this is another option that, in my opinion, works great across all skin types. I am in shade 2N22 Nude. My Radiant foundation pick is Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow. This is one of the very few Radiant foundations that I think works really well across all skin types. Many Radiant foundations are too radiant, too glowy for shine-prone skin, oily combination skin, but this has a really flattering, natural radiant finish, and it feels extremely lightweight. It's not so radiant that it magnifies or exaggerates fine lines, texture, or pores, which can be an issue for mature skin. It's buildable from light medium to just above medium coverage, and it's really smoothing on pores and texture. This is also a serum-based formula with ingredients in here to help smooth, plump, and hydrate your skin. This not only looks beautiful on me at the start of the day, but it continues to look beautiful all day long, even in heat and humidity, which is really rare for a radiant foundation. I can get some moderate shine in heat and humidity, but it doesn't go into greasy territory, nor does it emphasize areas of texture or pores the way some radiant and serum foundations can do. Especially later in the day, it just continues to look pretty. It wears well all day. I have just always been really impressed with this one. Now the shade I have is too dark for me and warm. It's 335W. When I repurchase this, I'm going to try 310N, which is light medium with neutral peach undertones. We talked about radiant, now let's talk about matte. My pick for matte foundation is Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte. This applies, blends out, and wears beautifully on all areas of my skin, including the normal areas that can be dry. This is buildable from medium to slightly above medium full coverage, and it has a lovely natural soft matte finish versus a heavy flat matte. It blurs and smooths my skin and just wears beautifully throughout the day, even in extreme conditions. There's a, what do they call it? A climate adaptive technology in here to fight heat, sweat, and shine, and it really does work. This also mixes in well with other foundations to give other foundations a bit more shine control. One of my favorite combinations is this plus Estee Lauder Double Wear. Even though this is long wearing, there's just nothing as bulletproof as Double Wear, so mixing the two just gives me a really, really long wearing soft matte foundation. This is really nice for special events where I know I'm going to be hot and sweaty. Sometimes foundations that control shine and mattify look a bit masky, and this doesn't do that at all, which is why I love it. I wear shade 220. I also wear 220 in the Radiant foundation, which is also nice. I sometimes mix the two Fenty foundations, the matte and the Radiant. That's a good combo too. It was really difficult to pick a non-SPF skin tint. There are some really great ones out there, but some are better for dry skin, others for oily. But I think I landed on one that can work really great across all skin types. This is Makeup Forever Super Boost. There are ingredients in here to hydrate, smooth your skin, and improve skin quality. I notice a very, very faint, kind of vanilla coconutty scent when I first squeeze it out of a tube, but I don't really even notice it when I'm applying it to my face. It goes away pretty fast. This is very easy and quick to blend out no matter what method you use, your fingers, a brush, a sponge, whatever you choose. This has very healthy looking sheer to medium buildable coverage that looks natural and smoothing, and it gives a natural healthy radiance after application. And after my makeup is finished and set, it has a natural soft skin finish, and it stays that way for several hours no matter if I wear it with or without a primer. It just continues to look natural. It doesn't look or feel heavy or oily. As my natural oils start to mesh with it during the day, I can get a bit of shine, but it doesn't look or feel heavy or oily, greasy, and it doesn't break down. I can get a decently long day's wear out of this, about 8 hours, before it starts to look a bit oily, but it doesn't affect the coverage. With a primer, I stay shine-free longer and it lasts even longer on my skin. I feel like most skin types of all ages, even oily, try it with a primer if you have oily skin, if you feel like you need it, would probably enjoy this for an easy everyday skin tint. Every time I wear this, I'm always happy with how my skin feels and looks all through the day. I wear shade 4. I have two SPF skin tint options here, depending on what you're looking for. So let's talk about the first one, Merit the Uniform. This has become one of my favorite sheer to light medium coverage skin tints. This is a tinted SPF 45 sunscreen that you can use as sunscreen if you want to apply that much of it to get the full SPF 45 protection. I did an entire video on how much you would need to apply to get the full SPF 45 protection. I'll have it linked up in the corner and down below in my description box if you want to check it out after this video. But applying it like a skin tint is not going to give you SPF 45 protection, so just know that. It's great for supplemental protection. So this just blends in seamlessly and quickly. It massages in like a lotion and is undetectable. It looks like your skin once it's massaged in. It's smoothing and flattering and feels lightweight and comfortable, and it gives sheer to light coverage that's pretty shiny before I set it with powder. Because of that, when I first tried it, I thought I was going to get very oily during the day, but setting powder tones down that shine nicely and it takes it down to a natural skin finish, and I don't get shiny with it during the day. This just turned out to be an unexpected, versatile favorite that I reach for pretty frequently when I'm reaching for an SPF skin tint. It's smoothing, blurring, it feels really nice, and I don't have to maintain it during the day. I wear shade 22, which is about a shade too dark for me right now, so when I repurchase it, I will be getting a shade shade lighter. Even though this applies, wears, and feels great on all areas of my skin, even my normal dry areas, I sort of feel like this might be better for normal to oily skin. So for that reason, and in case you want a bit more coverage out of your SPF skin tint, I also wanted to recommend CL Tint and Protect. This has a bit more coverage and hydration to it. So this is also a mineral tinted sunscreen. This is SPF 50 plus, and it also has antioxidant properties that protect from UVA, UVB, blue light, and infrared radiation. You want to shake it well before you use it, and you only need 6 to 9 drops. That will not give you the full SPF 50 protection. You need way more than that of any foundation with SPF in it to get full sun protection. Any foundation with sunscreen protection in it is supplemental on top of the sunscreen you already apply in your skincare step. This melts seamlessly into my skin using any method and builds from light to medium coverage. It evens out my skin tone nicely while smoothing and blurring texture and pores. It feels lightweight and it has a dewy, radiant finish before I set it and a natural skin-like finish after I finish my makeup and set it. This is a skin tint that I personally need to wear a primer underneath. Not for longevity, it lasts nicely even without a primer, but because I get more shine breakthrough than I'm comfortable with around midway through the day, and that shine emphasizes pores and texture, it magnifies them at the end of the day. But with the primer, it's really nice. So I think this is a great skin tint pick with SPF for normal to dry skin, especially without a primer.
I wear shade 04 Light Medium.
I almost didn't put a powder foundation in this video because I really don't have a favorite at Sephora anymore, but I figured I would get asked about it. I feel like for most women with mature skin, at least those with normal to dry skin, Laura Geller Balance and Brighten Powder Foundation is probably a great choice, and Laura Geller is now available at Sephora. So when I tested this for a foundation roundup, a foundation review, it felt lightweight on my skin, and I was able to build it from light to medium coverage, and it did not look like powder. But within 2 to 3 hours, no matter what I did, no matter what I threw at it, primer, setting spray, it didn't matter. I ended up greasy and shiny in my shine prone areas, and I lost coverage by the end of the day. It's just not made for my skin type in my hot, humid climate, but other people really love it. So if you have normal to dry skin, mature skin, and you live in a drier climate than I do, I think this is probably a great choice for you, and I didn't want to exclude it simply because it didn't work for me. As a very quick bonus, I want to share my new foundation release pick that I was wearing and shared in my recent video on new beauty releases at Sephora that are completely worth the money. This is Benefit the Professional Foundation. This has a really flattering, smoothing, blurring, soft, natural matte finish, and it's buildable from medium to medium full coverage and wears beautifully all day and looks natural on your skin while feeling comfortable. I'm in shade 10 in Ace. You can see more about it in this video and get to my other two, I think, a Sephora recommendations video that I've done recently through that video as well. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.